The Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. Some people in West Haven are closer to relief. They say they've been hearing a humming sound outside and can even hear it inside their homes.
Well, today the West Haven Council approved the use of $16,000 to pay an acoustic firm to find out where that noise is coming from. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot joins us live now. And Kay, you said you've heard that noise yourself.
Yeah, Brett and Sarah, when I did an interview earlier this evening in one of the neighborhoods that's affected by the sound, I heard it clear as day. Neighbors say it's driving them nuts.
I just thought it was me going a little cuckoo. I can't sleep at night.
Annoying, very much so.
Some people in West Haven made it very clear that they are not going crazy at Monday night city council meeting. Some, like Kimberly Nunes, who lives in the neighborhood affected by the noise shown on this presentation by the Commissioner of Human Services, John Carano, said it's affecting everyone in her home.
It's affecting my mental health, my sleep, my well-being, as well as my children's. I've noticed that my pets tend to pace, stare. My cat seems to be scream for no reason.
Many others at Monday night's meeting agreed.
The animals do react differently and they can hear things we can't hear. And so now that I became aware of it, the noise, now it's, if she gets me up, now I'm up for the rest of the night because now you can't go back to sleep because of that humming.
Some say they have recorded the sound themselves because it's so loud. The council did approve $16,000 to be spent on an acoustic firm so that they can get to the bottom of where the noise is coming from.
Councilman Ronald Tagliani?
Yes.
And Chairman Christopher Vargo?
Yes. Motion passes. Thank you all.
The next step is to hire an experienced certified acoustic engineer who will do a sound study. And tonight we're going to ask the council to transfer the funds. It's under $20,000 this study, but it's clearly worth it for the quality of life for our residents.
Prior to the meeting, Commissioner Carano did do studies to try and pinpoint where the sound was coming from as well.
We have completed all testing possible within the capabilities of our equipment. To confirm the source of the noise and its compliance with the applicable statutes, at the end of the presentation, I will be recommending that the city engage a third-party acoustic firm, an expert in this area.
The acoustic study will consist of 10 microphones across the area, and to get a good read, it cannot rain, and the wind has to be just right, according to Mayor Boer. Live in West Haven, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
All right, Kay, thank you. Very mysterious there. We'll have to follow that and see what they come up with.
I'm intrigued, for sure.
Interesting. All right, a shooting in downtown Bristol last night landed a victim in the hospital as police continue to search for the shooter.
Fox 61's Tim Latow has more from Main Street, where this all happened. Tim.
The shooting shattered the window of this insurance office, which is now boarded up. There's the public library and a convenience store located across the street. Neighbors are shocked this happened in Bristol and say this is a busy but generally peaceful part of town.
I woke up to some noise. I checked my phone. My neighbor had texted me. It said there was a shooting. I looked out my window and there was a bunch of police. That's kind of scary because, I've lived in Bristol all my life and none of this stuff has occurred.
A late-night shooting on Main Street in Bristol Sunday shocked neighbors and is still under investigation by police. Bristol police have confirmed a man was shot and suffered non-life-threatening injuries, but have not said if they have identified a suspect. Police believe this is an isolated incident, and people say they still feel safe.
It had to be random, because this place is quiet. We got these new hospitals.
The victim of the shooting took himself to an area hospital, according to police, and Bristol Hospital is just a couple blocks east. Neighbors say the area is busy during the day, but quiet by night, and any commotion is uncharacteristic for this part of the city.
Especially after those hours, it's quiet over here. There's barely any cars. This is a quiet part of town. So I'm really surprised that even happened.
An insurance office, public library, and convenience store all mark the intersection of High and Main Street where the shooting took place. And despite some vacant buildings, the people of Bristol say the business district is growing.
This business is growing up, and it's great. Things are getting better and better.
But for real improvement in Bristol and any city, Williams says there must be an end to violence.
We need to stop the violence, and if we have issues with each other, we come to a peaceful medium. There's no need for the guns.
Police continue to investigate the shooting and were not able to provide an update to me earlier on Monday about the suspect or the status of the victim. In Bristol, Tim Lateau, Fox 61.
Our winter warm-up continues for 2 more days. 2 more days with temperatures in the 40s before winter returns later this week, especially on Friday. Now, I'm talking about winter cold, not any winter storms. The threat for any storminess later this week has diminished a lot. But we do have a chance for a few rain showers as we head through your Wednesday, even a period of light rain. So just a heads up there. We really only have 1 more day of the 40s to enjoy with sunshine before that rain returns. Low temperatures tonight will be in the 20s inland, near 30 degrees for the shoreline. And tomorrow, again, we start near 30. By noon, temperatures are closer to 40, and it's a bit milder tomorrow than it was today. And with sunshine and less wind, I think a lot of you are going to really enjoy it. Again, high temperatures in the mid-40s by the afternoon. And while temperatures will be similar on Wednesday, again, we will see some rain move in. We'll talk more about it, maybe the chance for a few flakes later this week, coming up.
An update now on a water main break in Thomaston. Connecticut Water says repairs on South Main Street are now complete and the system is being restored to normal operations. The break, reported early this morning, caused low or no water pressure for some homes and businesses. A precautionary boil water advisory remains in effect, and residents are urged to boil tap water before using it for drinking, cooking, or baby formula. Water can still be used without boiling for bathing and cleaning. The advisory will stay in place until water samples are tested and cleared, which is expected to take about 2 days.
Well, police are still searching for the man wanted in connection to a deadly shooting at a Danbury townhouse. Investigators say the suspect is David Grion, and he took off before officers arrived at the scene. Neighbors say the victim had lived in the area for years, but believe Grion moved into the apartment just recently. Court records show that he has a lengthy criminal history, including multiple felony convictions for assault and firearm-related offenses dating back to the mid-2000s.
This guy obviously shouldn't be having a gun around, doing whatever he's doing. Obviously, he's not using it to save somebody or protect somebody, but, it's just an unfortunate thing.
The mayor released a statement offering condolences to the family, including the victim's fiancé and a child who's on the way. Police say there's no ongoing threat to the public. Bethel police say they caught a convicted felon with a firearm last Thursday, which they say was actually stolen from Maine. Officers say they were investigating Eric Stavola for a different incident when they found a loaded gun under a dresser in his home. The next day, officials pulled Stavola over and arrested him. They say they found knives, drugs, and cash in his car. Stavola is out on bond and is expected to face a judge on numerous charges next week.
A 24-year-old man is dead after he crashed into a tree early this morning in Hamden. State police say Luis Rodas Pesh was driving on Route 15 north around 2:15 when troopers say he lost control of his car and then crashed into a tree. It happened near exit 46, which is the old exit 59. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused him to crash.
Plainville police are searching for a man and a woman who they say hurt 2 of their officers during a confrontation yesterday. Officers say they saw a silver Honda Accord that was reported stolen in a PetSmart parking lot. Police say they tried to pull the man out of the car when he was getting inside. We're told the man put the car in reverse and drove backwards with the driver's side door still open. And that's when the door hit 2 of their officers. Those officers are expected to be okay. Meanwhile, police chased them down before they lost them, though, on I-84 in New Britain. This incident is still under investigation.
A Hartford man was arraigned today after state police say he drove recklessly on I-84 in Tolland, took off when a trooper tried to stop him and later crashed and overturned his car in Union. Now, police say Yuri Smith turned off his lights and fled, but troopers did not pursue because of state policy. Smith was found after the crash. He tried to run and was taken into custody. Investigators say he was under the influence and had marijuana in the car. He's being held on a $100,000 bond.
New Haven police have arrested a former teacher teacher accused of sending inappropriate text messages to a 13-year-old student. Police say they were not sexual, though, and there was no physical contact. Tonight, the school district has released a statement saying the district acted immediately and removed him from the classroom and notified police and DCF. The district says there were no prior complaints involving the teacher either. Thomas Fargeorge worked for Benjamin Jepson Magnet School. A parent reported the messages. Fargeorge has been charged with harmful communication with a minor. A West Hartford small business is bouncing back from a bear mace attack in their cafe.
Yeah, Fox 61's Victoria Anderson visited that cafe today and shares what the employees say happened right in front of their eyes.
Employees here at Chaw Poppy in West Hartford tell me that a fight broke out outside of their store Sunday afternoon. And when one of the men ran inside to ask for help, the other man followed him and sprayed a canister of bear spray into the bakery.
The room filled up very quickly with the gas.
It was a startling end to his shift for Chaw Poppy employee Jarrell Morales. Morales told us a young man attacked a customer outside of the cafe with what looked like a large canister. When the customer ran inside the store for safety, the man aimed the canister of what turned out to be bear mace inside the cafe, which was filled with families and young kids at the time.
When it's like a gas type bombing, you really don't know what it is, so you just got to dip and pray it's nothing too serious.
Morales told us one of his coworkers ran to lock the door while customers and staff ran out the back door, struggling for air. Staff said they saw police arrest the man a few yards away from the store. We reached out to the West Hartford police for more details, but have not heard back. In the meantime, the restaurant was left to clean up after the encounter.
We have like bleach, Windex, everything. We pretty much didn't know what we were working with at that time, so we just completely did a whole disinfectation because, obviously we work with food. We're a mom and pop pastry place.
After deep cleaning the store Sunday night, the cafe opened to normal hours Monday with a swarm of support from the community. Employees tell me that all of the staff members and customers that were inside the bakery at the time are okay, just startled. In West Hartford, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.